How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all the 99 overall signature series Ken Griffey Jr. debut. I'm going to be making his debut in left field. I just recently obtained 300 stars in the 6th inning program to unlock this card, but this is going to be the lineup and the bench. I have to make one correction and take out Jason Giambi to replace with Joe Morgan. I just recently unlocked him and Brooks Robinson in my previous video by reaching 99 diamond level in this game throughout the XP reward path. And then I also have yet to use Bob Gibson 99 overall signature series, and I also picked up this 97 Fergie Jenkins. So hopefully one of those two guys gets selected. We will also be going with Zach Greinke, Nolan Ryan, Clayton Kershaw. But the main purpose of this video is to focus on using 99 overall Ken Griffey Jr. This card just was released yesterday. Here are another look at his stats. 110 contact versus right, 114 power versus right. Definitely some good splits versus lefties. Multiple stats, almost every stat in the hundreds. So let's go ahead and hop into this gameplay. We will be using 97 Fergie Jenkins as well. Ken Griffey Jr. is in the leadoff spot facing 89 Nolan Ryan, and we are the away team. So let's see what field we are playing at, and it's going to be Coors Field with Griffey starting this thing off. And this opponent's going to dot up a changeup on the outside corner. I'm trying to take a couple pitches. I'm trying to also swing at pitches over the middle of the plate. I've just recently been grinding out a lot of games against the computer on rookie. There I went the other way against the shift. I was definitely late on that swing. Missed it. I was slightly underneath the baseball as well. Unfortunate to pop out in the very first at-bat with Griffey, but at the same time, when I'm using these cards right away, I know that it's going to take me a little bit to get used to some of their swings. But he also was able to get Willie Mays out. I definitely like having those two guys, the 1-2 combo, Ken Griffey Jr., Willie Mays, and then Lou Gehrig, of course. I don't think you can have a better top three in this game unless you also have Tony Gwynn in there. I moved him down a little bit in the lineup, but we're using Fergie Jenkins. I'm trying to focus on using the slider. It's coming in at around 87. He throws it pretty hard. I'm looking to also mix in that forkball. That forkball is an elite pitch. The opponent was able to smack it pretty good there with Ozzie Smith in the first at-bat, though. I kind of hung it a little bit on the outside half, and he was able to hit it pretty well. But so far, this opponent is definitely on the baseball. He was able to hit two balls to center field that were hit pretty well, squared up baseballs, and then the following batter, Dustin Pedroia, is going to send that one into the gap as well. I tried to throw that forkball on the outside half. I missed over the middle of the plate. I missed left of the hoop a little bit, and that's what's going to happen. I mean, it's going to be easier for the opponent to hit it, but he still has to square it up, and he did. He's going to be able to get a two-out rally going a little bit with Max Muncy knocking that one up the middle for a base hit, RBI, and that's going to bring up Brooks Robinson as well. So I have yet to try this card out, but I have faced him a good amount of times. I mean, a lot of people use this card as well. He's definitely a good hitter. He's taken me deep a few times for some home runs, and there I was able to get the strikeout, but we're using Rogers Hornsby up. This opponent was definitely pitching well with this Nolan Ryan so far. He doesn't have hardly any control, but this opponent was dotting up until he walked Tony Gwynn on 4 straight pitches, bringing up Roberto Alomar, and this is exactly the reason why I can't start Joe Morgan right away. I'm trying to make a push towards World Series. I will go ahead and debut Joe Morgan in a ranked seasons game where I actually start him at second base, but for this gameplay, I'm trying to also win the game, and I know that Joe Morgan is a really good card, but I have a lot of lefties in my lineup as well, so I'm trying to use that switch hitter. But in this inning so far, I have been able to get something going a little bit, a couple of big home runs there to take the lead, and then an extra insurance run early on in this game is important with the solo shot from Pablo Sanchez, the creative player. Another base knock from Fergie Jenkins, bringing up Ken Griffey Jr. I struck out on that pitch, but that opponent is really dotting up the changeup on the outside half, really every pitch on the outside corner. I'm really impressed on how well he's able to control Nolan Ryan on Hall of Fame difficulty, and that's not the Signature Series one. That's the Special Edition Diamond. He has much lower control, but here this opponent just destroyed Fergie Jenkins, absolutely annihilated him, and he won't be able to return from that game. He took a bruise to the forehead, a blow to the forehead, it said. The trainer said it was no more than a bruise, but he won't be able to stay in the game, so we're going to have to go to Bruce Sutter. And you don't really see that happen too often where a pitcher gets hurt or even hit with the baseball. It doesn't even happen as often as it did last year. And so far in this video, I haven't really gotten anything going with my Ken Griffey, but the opponent's Ken Griffey was able to smack one into the gap. Fortunate enough, I was able to get the second out of the inning on back picking him there as he rounded second base on his way to third base with Griffey. I'm not sure if he meant to do that, but you hate to see that because he didn't have an opportunity to come back in that inning right there, go ahead and tie up the game. I'm not sure if that comebacker would have scored the run, but nonetheless, he would have had another at-bat in that inning. But in the bottom of the third, I was able to get the pop-up facing Max Muncy. That's going to be big because he did have a base runner on. He was one swing of the bat from tying up the game right there. So we do have Roberto Alomar up once again. He is going to smack a base knock to the left side. They're just out of the reach of the shortstop. Ozzie Smith makes a lot of plays over there, so I'm surprised he didn't get a nice reaction and try and press R1 to make the grab. But George Brett has been, honestly, one of my best hitters. I ranked him in the 4 spot before some of these other Signature Series cards came out, and that's exactly why. I mean, that's why I use him at third base. I think he's the best third baseman in the game. I have used Josh Donaldson a little bit, but here we're making 99 overall Joe Morgan's debut. I have used this card in BR. I definitely think that he's a good hitter. I was waiting for that fastball up and inside, and once again the opponent goes to the fastball up in the zone. I wasn't ready for it that time with Griffey. I hit it the other way once again to Ken Griffey Jr. out there in left field for the opponent. But so far he's pitched extremely well against Ken Griffey. I mean, he's only thrown one pitch that was over the plate and that I could have hit, but I ended up striking out on that one. I swung really late and I moved the PCI up and inside, just completely missed it. So far, Ovr with Ken Griffey Jr., but that's all right. I'm looking to continue to expand this lead. I'm also going for the win in this ranked seasons game. I'm trying to unlock Ty Cobb as well, and then he'll be great out there for me until I am able to buy that Ken Griffey Jr. back. So I'm trying to just use Griffey for this one game and then sell him to make some stubs, buy him back, and that's going to be my strategy there. But I wanted to get this gameplay out for you guys, and so far I've just been a little bit off. I mean, I missed the first one, slightly under it, struck out, and then popped up to left. So I apologize for that, but I'm trying my best with Griffey. This opponent was also pitching really well. He was able to hit the ball in the first inning. Definitely a good player with a budget team. This one definitely thought was going to get down with Tony Gwynn out there in right field, but that's exactly why I have Tony Gwynn in right, because of that diamond fielding. I know that Griffey probably would have made that play as well, but if Gwynn is in left field and that same play is made, I don't know if he's able to field it successfully because he takes the hit. But so far right here, he has the bases loaded with Max Muncy up at the plate. Once again, I brought in Aroldis Chapman, got the big strikeout using the slider. I went with the slider multiple times in that at-bat, and it was a 3-2 count, so I was one pitch away from walking him. But to try and fast forward a couple innings here, not too much action. I mean, they're both kind of off at the plate, like I was saying earlier. I mean, at first the opponent was locked in, and I was able to square up a couple swings and hit a couple home runs, which was big off of Nolan Ryan, but I just felt like it was because of his control as well. In the fourth at-bat with Griffey, in the 7th inning, I was able to square it up, but I grounded out to into the shift. So not the best outing, not the best debut from Griffey or Fergie Jenkins. I mean, he got injured early on. At least Joe Morgan is not going to base hit. We do still have a chance to try and hit around to get Griffey back up at the plate. And we also are only a few outs away from closing this one out. So hopefully I can at least get the win. In my previous Griffey upload, where I debuted Griffey in MLB The Show 18, I was able to hit 2 home runs. I also played at this same field. So as soon as this loaded up, I was expecting to hit really well with him. And so far throughout this one, I just have not. But it's all right. I'm going to get that Griffey back. And there's still hope for me to get him up to the plate once again. But I lined out right here with Tony Gwynn. I thought that had a chance to get over his head, but that's Andrew McCutchen out there. He does have a good amount of range and tracks that one down. I do go up to 6-1 lead here in the 8th inning. I am looking to close this game out where you have Raleigh Fingers in the game. He's pitching pretty well, 12 pitches in, a couple strikeouts, and was able to pitch in the last inning as well. So hopefully I can close it out with him. I'm not really trying to use any more bullpen guys if needed. If I can increase this confidence, it's almost maxed out all the way, but it should be able to be easy enough to get the good feedback on some of these pitches, good feedback on that meter. But I'm looking forward to obtaining Griffey once he drops in price. I will go ahead and sell him after the game, like I said earlier, but I am just excited. Maybe I was a little over anxious in this game so far. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get him up in the bottom of the 9th inning. We have 2 down here in the 8th with Max Muncy up at the plate. I went with the sinker up and inside there. I got the pop-up with Raleigh fingers, and then this opponent went ahead and dashboarded. He lost connection. I thought for a second that I might have lost connection because that has been happening to me, but Ken Griffey Jr., 0 for 4 in his debut. I can't believe it. I'm going to go ahead and try and sell him, and with this screenshot afterward, I did indeed sell him. I made about $255,000 after taxes and everything like that. And also I wanted to let you guys know that there are new missions have reset. So the daily missions have reset, and you are able to unlock some more program stars that way. So if you're a few away from getting to 300, go ahead and do that. That will certainly help you. I'm College Lefty, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I apologize I wasn't able to get a base hit with Griffey, but I will get him back in the next couple of days when he does drop in price. I appreciate the support on all these videos. I'm just looking to help out as many people as possible, and I definitely think that he's going to be a good card. But until next time, guys, peace out.